Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Mule Barn. I am Dave. I will be sort of your host tonight. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Back with us again tonight. We'll go around. We got Chad Snyder down here. How you doing, Chad?
I'm good. I just have to say, you have like a fascinating demeanor to your voice when you start. It sounds like you're an NPR host. You're just hello, everybody. Tonight, I will be your host. My name's
so
Dave.
calming.
I work on that. I work on that at
I'm
night.
at 1-900-776. This is a very calming demeanor. I appreciate it.
I try. I practice hard for this. I get a little nervous. It's like stand-up speeches you do in like elementary school. So also we got Josh back with us tonight. Josh, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, boys and girls. I got a new mic. Hopefully, I'm not blaring everybody's ears off right now.
It's down pretty low, so that's
We'll
perfect.
give it time.
Let it all go and me start laughing my ass off.
Just hit the red button and have the same mic.
Where's the fun in that? I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah. We'll turn your volume down.
Just turn me down.
We got Hillbilly down here. How you doing today, Hillbilly?
Hey, Dave, doing pretty good. Ready to get another one of these under our belt here, and hope the folks at home enjoy what we have to banter about.
We know it'll go off and sidetrack somewhere. Juggles will be distracted again.
Hi.
So, speaking of Juggles, he made it. He was running late tonight.
Hello.
So maybe you can fill us in on why you were running a little late, Juggles.
So, my job.
Cool story, bro.
Real particular. It's real.
Thanks for clearing that up.
It's real particular about some dumb things. So, when originally I said keys, it was a gas card, not keys. I've been written up twice for taking the gas cards home.
Filling up your own car.
Mind you, I've never lost one. I wasn't the reason for the last meeting, and I've never used the card outside of work without asking.
Yeah. How much fuel can you put in that?
But the Hyundai's got a full tank right now.
No, I got 25 miles to empty, and I need to get gas. So you can leave me alone. So that's why when this whole thing came up, I decided, oh, hey, gas card, I need to go back to work.
So wait, you said you weren't the reason for the last meeting.
Yeah, there was
What
a
about the
meeting
meeting prior to that.
I haven't lost a gas card ever. I haven't been a reason for any meetings.
I'm just trying to cover our bases.
We also said
when
that
I was a driver,
use the car after hours without permission.
Yeah.
You filled your own car up with the card with permission?
Yeah. I just asked the manager, like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to make it to work. Can I put gas in my tank? He's like, sure.
Okay, fair enough. I was just clarifying
actually,
that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, Dave, I see Johnny's beard showed up.
yeah.
Hey, we did find out, as much as we made fun of him in the last one, because he's on his phone, it does turn it sideways and it shows full Johnny. So even though we only see
Okay.
this much Johnny.
I mean, we don't feel bad enough to apologize. We just wanted everybody to know what was going on.
No, we're not apologizing.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't turn it sideways, jackass.
Well, I did earlier, so I mean.
So
All right, you can go back the other way, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Speaking of Johnny Mag, how are you doing tonight, Johnny?
All right, how you doing?
You look good.
Good.
Man of many words, Johnny May.
The beard looks groomed. It looks good. Professional.
You want some of my beard wash?
To say, like I said that before, like Johnny, out of all of us here, Juggles wasn't here though before. I don't know. Juggles is not quite as
There's
shaped.
some beard envy in the room.
Johnny is killing the beard game. I gotta say, like he's. I mean,
It is. It's
Juggles
is kind of out of control. Johnny's is contained.
I think it's a toss up here between. We'll have to have a vote.
Juggles has like a beard afro. Like
he's going through with the comb.
If you guys look, we almost have like every
Juggles has a bathrobe.
you can have in a beard.
Yeah, I mean,
we got me and Chad with the really shitty, barely coming in beards.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Yours is
I like my beard the way it
yours
is.
Much better than mine, bud.
Mine at least covers my whole face and not just my chin.
Mind you, I only do it so I don't show like my third chin down there. That's the only reason I.
Well, when you tell people about it, that negates that.
I mean,
Now we know it's there.
Everyone knows. I mean,
This is my flavor
Billy's got the
saver.
trim sides, and then he's got the long. What is that? Billy goat,
I mean,
kinda
yeah, sure.
like a billy goat.
I think the beard
That's
is a
bad.
toss up between
I was
Hillbilly
waiting
and
for
Johnny.
somebody to do it.
Yeah. So.
I miss my goatee. Yeah, I
mean,
won't do
you
that
could
again.
at least, if you dyed it, like brown, you wouldn't look as old
Yeah.
as you feel.
I'm only like
The thing, he was not the oldest
40-15.
one on the trip, right?
I mean, I'm starting to
Larry's older than
get,
you.
I'm starting to get the grays,
Yeah.
but that's just because of my kid. So.
I don't know what my excuse is. My mother, earlier this week, I was over there for my birthday, and she pointed out that I was having a couple gray hairs
This
around my
was
chin.
jet
And I was
black 2 years ago before I started racing with you fuckers.
Oh, that's a bullshit
Yeah.
lie.
like, "Oh, so you stress
Oh,
yourself
no,
out that much?"
right before racing with Johnny. That's what you should say.
He doesn't even race.
Well, that is a good point. Okay, racing with Juggles.
Hey,
Wait a minute, I've been doing that for 12 years. Come on now.
Were his taglines?
That's
Were
why
his
the hair's
taglines the
gone.
same on Forza?
With what?
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
That's
Oh
a
fuck!
wall?
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
That's a wall.
Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%.
He had this fucking GT40 on Forza that would haul the living fuck out of a straight, but would not turn. You start driving and you go, brakes, brakes, brakes.
Yeah. Let's be.
So-
You have to get to the brakes before you can turn, and it wouldn't brake.
So here
Like,
we are once
like
again.
you figured out driving.
We've brought up the topic without even thinking about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
This is true.
I mean,
Video games we come up on, right?
we're darts without feathers, people. Just so you guys know,
Yeah,
we
yes,
don't
we
know
are.
where we're going.
We stick to
We
something.
may not announce what topics we're going to. We're just gonna.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah,
shut
I
up
mean-
and let Dave go through it. How about that?
like you said, like we said last week, if whoever's listening, if you're looking for like a straight, on a straight path, you exactly what's going to happen.
Lead
in
you on the
podcast.
straight
This
and
is
narrow.
not
We
it.
will not.
Not
You
here.
guys will go search
Not here
for
at all.
something else. So, we will go off on a tangent in a hurry.
Huh?
But once again, thank you guys for coming back. I think we gotta drag a special guest in here one night. Let them join in the fun too.
Douglas.
Oh, Douglas is definitely
would
going to be on here.
Yes, Douglas.
Douglas for sure.
Most definitely, we may have to bleep out a lot of things he says
Yeah.
because his language and ours doesn't quite mesh.
Oh no, he'll be fine because he cusses in British. So
That's what makes it worse.
like over here, like I mean, no, I'm not impugning the intelligence of our listeners or viewers, but you just don't always know.
True.
So I don't know. We'll have we'll have to get Velma Lorfano on here one time as well.
I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that'll happen.
Dude, well, I'll just call her.
I was
Call
gonna
her
say,
and ask.
he says that like we have to go through him. Like,
Just Velma, hey, we need you to come on tonight.
I'm just gonna text her the link, be like, get on a computer with a camera and just click this
Who
link.
will be hosting that night? Because I will probably not.
She'll be hosting.
Oh no,
Screw it.
we're not gonna
Let
tell
Velma
you,
host it.
Dave.
Yeah, we're not gonna tell you.
Uh,
She'll just pop in the room.
She'll cut a deal. If she does the podcast, I'll be.
No,
talking
as long as she doesn't come in the room from one of our cameras, you're in good shape, bro.
True.
It's not an inaccurate statement.
You gotta look at the positive side of it.
So I think I want to do things a little different tonight. I'm gonna add something here. So
Oh boy,
I think
He's throwing a curveball.
yeah, he has a surprise for
what
us,
I'll
guys.
do is I'm gonna throughout the show I'm gonna hand down some random points.
Oh, okay.
Completely random points. There's no
Arbitrary.
rhyme.
Arbitrary points.
Yeah. Yes.
Glad
You
this
make
is
them in
never
multiples
been
of
done in
5, so they're
podcasting
easy
ever.
to. Can you
mean-
make them in multiples of 5 so they're easy to keep track of?
I mean, I was thinking twos. But
What was the
Well,
show with
Emily, you
Drew
don't have to
Carey
keep
and
track
that where
of
he
them.
goes, well, the points are made up and
Where the rules are made up and the points don't matter.
it don't matter.
But the
rules
stories
made
are
up and points
real.
don't matter.
So I think the person at the end of the show with the most points will be named, number one jackass for the evening.
They got a host next week.
The weekly
I know
jackass.
we're kind of stealing that from another one, but
I
that
mean,
way
if we
Dave
want to
doesn't
do
have to
that,
do it every
we
week.
can
Wait.
do that.
Would that kind of be like pinning the tail on the donkey?
Josh, donkey was the noise. Come on.
Nope.
Come on, man. You're
Nope.
supposed to. Anytime somebody says donkey, you're supposed to do it.
Nope. You
And-
guys
and-
made fun of me. You said that it wasn't what you wanted, so we're moving past it.
It was pretty sad, but we don't have the sound effects
Yeah.
uploaded yet.
That sucks. Somebody else try it.
So donkey.
Juggles?
No.
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 That
Well,
was
I
it.
guess we'll get into it then. I think tonight let's talk about gaming and where we started, each of us, where we started, how it started, and I think to kick it off, maybe we'll talk to the hillbilly. He's probably played on some consoles that we've never heard of.
Oh, I can guarantee it. But we're starting with me. All right. Well, shit.
Yeah,
My first
That's
game
how that works.
console-
that is
Point
right
to
there.
All right.
That is 100
I-
points for hillbilly.
We're
I don't-
gonna start with Hillbilly at the end. Wait,
I don't go too far back. I mean,
Oh shit.
there was something we used to play on with the green screen, but no, I mean, there was ColecoVision was probably my first console. And it was
I'm
pretty
sorry.
cool.
What?
ColecoVision.
If I remember
Is that a
correctly, those
thing?
were dog shit.
Yeah, it was some pretty, but it was some pretty awesome dog shit for its time though. So
It was the
and
white
then I-
dog shit that they had
And
in
then
Step
I
Brothers.
kind of moved on to Atari, and I did the Sega Genesis.
That one I've heard of.
The
that one.
Nintendo, PlayStation 1, and then I had PlayStation 2. Once I got a PlayStation, it was kind of like the rest of them sucked anyway, so I messed with it. I got an Xbox and then got rid of it. I'm not a fanboy of that one at all. I'm kind of a PlayStation fanboy. But made it up to PlayStation 4, and then I refused to get into PC gaming at all. And then iRacing came into my life. I say came along, it was a long time before I got involved, but kind of came into my life, and it was time to get a PC capable of running that. And then from there, I slowly but surely started picking up PC games through Steam and getting into communities. Now I love my racing games. I love my first-person shooters, and horror games seems to be a big thrill of mine with a lot of you guys. It's just good fun because you get the shit scared out of you, and you get to watch other people get the shit scared out of them. Sometimes
Especially
you
Juggles.
should scare the shit out of each other in tunnels that weren't supposed to be caused at the same time. So
Or you do 360s.
yeah.
And,
We'll have to link a clip. We'll put the clip in post or something like that.
that's kind of my sum. I mean, I can pull the clip up while you guys are talking. We can show it at the end if you want on YouTube.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's kind of my summed up version of my gaming experience. Oh, my first racing game was Pole Position.
Oh, Atari, wasn't it? Was
Yep.
that an Atari?
Yeah, that was an Atari game.
Yep.
It's the first one I can remember anyway. So yeah, Excite Bike was also a fun one that I used to play back in the day.
oh yeah, Excite Bike was awesome.
But anyway, that's my story. No, there was no stone. There was no stones and chisels involved at all.
Oh,
You beat me to it, damn it.
it.
I was waiting my turn.
what was the first one?
alone.
What was it? ColecoVision?
ColecoVision.
Coleco. I'm gonna have to Google that shit now.
Yeah, I pull it up on screen. You can share your screen with everybody at home.
Right.
So, let's go to
Make sure you hide Pornhub first.
Right? OnlyFans.
Meeny, miny, mo. Let's go to Josh. Josh, how did you get started in gaming?
First console was a Nintendo 64.
Boo.
Privileged.
Ended up, yeah,
Donkey Kong.
apparently. No, it didn't come with Donkey Kong. It came with the pack with NASCAR 98 and Banjo Kazooie.
Hell yeah.
Still never beat Banjo Kazooie to this day. It
What'd you
confused the
do?
hell out of me. I gave up on it. I love the NASCAR 98. There, it took forever. I didn't get anything until PlayStation 2. From there, Xbox 360, which kind of leads to how me and the Hispanic Titanic met, which was Forza.
Hi.
There, that probably was the most amount of time that I spent on a game was the racing games. Forza 4 with him. Hours upon hours of racing. I kind of disappeared for a little bit between college and the party scene or everything that I was doing, gaming too much. And got married and decided, okay, time to get back into it. Got an Xbox One. Messaged him. He goes, "Oh yeah, I'm playing NASCAR Heat 4 or 3, whatever it was. I think 3 with Adam, another one of our guys from the league.
Shout out Adam Angerstein.
Adam Angerstein, yep. And from there, we got doing that again. And he's like, you need to try this iRacing thing. Like, okay.
I'm sorry, Josh. I don't mean to interrupt you, but it looks like Hillbilly's doing Tai Chi or something in front of his camera.
He's throwing up the 9.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Number 9.
Looked like he was
Adam
like.
Angerstein.
I was trying to get my hands right in front of you to see it. I was like,
Number 9 for Adam Angerstein, but
Yeah.
no, those tried to get me into iRacing and finally I had to use my work laptop. It was the only thing that would run it, so I was running it off the laptop at first. That's how I got to where I'm at, but I did COD, the Call of Duty stuff for a while in there too, but racing stuff's always been number 1 on my list, and I love doing the golf games. Me, Hillbilly, and Dave played the other night. They both got pissed off at me.
Yeah.
I didn't get pissed off at you. I get pissed off at my swing.
No. Yeah,
Well, yeah, because anytime there's sand or water, we know you're going in one of them.
Fact.
that was true. Yeah.
Fact.
So,
I won't go in the sand or water until it's like late in the game and I'm like ahead by 1 stroke.
Pressure's on and you fucking
Yeah, oh
shake it
yeah.
right in there.
No, I did good like the first 5 holes, and then it was after that it was just all straight downhill.
Yeah, I don't get mad at Josh either. I get mad at my ball for not going where the fuck I want it to go.
That's right.
Every time a hole comes up and it's got water, you just hear Hillbilly, fuck.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
He hasn't even swung yet.
Where it's going.
I just don't want you guys to not play it because I need
And
something
then,
to do.
the
Okay,
funny part is the other night he tried to overcorrect so he wouldn't go to the water and he put it right in the fucking bunker.
I
What the opposite
googled it. Look, I googled the swing, figured it out. I know
Google
what
the
I know.
swing.
Yes, no, I couldn't figure out the timing. So it has nothing to do with the backswing in that game at all.
How do I swing?
You can pull it all the way back
golf
at-
club.
Look, you can pull it all the way back and hold it as long as you want to, and get your swing forward. It has nothing to do with the backswing.
Like I said,
It has to do. The timing has to do with how fast you flick the stick forward.
Forward, yes.
Mhm.
So I didn't know that. I thought it
Yeah.
was back and then forward had to kind of be like a sweeping motion, but
Anytime I've tried to hold it back and then like focus on my time and go for it, it just messes me up worse.
it probably does, yes. But the point is, I don't have to focus on that backswing now. I've just got to
get the new
focus on
game
making sure
and it'll
that's nice.
completely
I
take
am
everything that you
not
thought that you learned.
Getting the
and
new
fuck it up.
game. I just got the old game.
I couldn't hear a word because
2022.
y'all were talking over each other.
I said get the new one and everything you thought you knew from the PGA, what was it, 2K21
Mm-hmm.
22,
to the
right?
EA Road to the Masters, everything's out the window. Nowhere near the same.
That's not attractive at all.
I love it.
If that's a selling point,
Well, play it by
I'm
yourself
stuck with
then.
Yeah.
I am.
Sounds
Nobody
like
else
you're
wants
gonna-
this. I have to
Sounds
have
like
it
you're going to
myself.
continue to play it by
Oh.
yourself too.
Moving on.
Just-
All right, so we're gonna move. Let's go to Johnny. Johnny,
Oh,
looking
this
all,
is going to
looking all
scare me.
handsome up there.
So I
How'd you
started
get
out
into gaming, Johnny?
PlayStation 2. From there, I went to an Xbox. Went to an Xbox 360. PlayStation 4. And then I went to iRacing. That's about it.
You can tell he's the youngest because he started with the PlayStation 2.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he truly the youngest?
I started
Um,
with a
It's between him and Juggles.
Nintendo 64. But
Okay, you were leaving that one out, huh?
Yeah.
Let's figure this one. Let's figure this out. Johnny, when is your birthday?
July.
Of
What year?
92?
Yeah.
Juggles?
What?
When's your
What
birthday?
year?
93. January 31st.
Oh,
Juggles
Juggles
is the
is the
Juggles is
youngest
the
man
young man.
here.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I graduated high school in '95.
I am not the youngest. I am the
Patrick,
middle.
listen, that's the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl.
It's like the only fact you have about when you.
It's because I was born during the Super Bowl. What the fuck? What
Oh,
other
you
fact
were?
do I have? Yes.
I did not realize that.
It was either during or right before the Super Bowl I was born when they beat the Buffalo Bills.
Dear
it's your
hackers,
so it's your
you now
fault.
know.
Yeah,
What
I
is
mean,
your
sure.
birth date?
Don't dox yourself too much with the full birth date there, pal.
I doubt we're important enough for anybody
I
to
don't
come
know
look
that
They,
at
anyone
they
for.
knows
know
my
his name is
name.
Juggles and his full birth date, and that he's the Mexican American from San Antonio who works
Yeah, his
in
name. Look,
jail. I mean,
listeners,
it's over with.
to our audience, like his real name isn't Juggles. It's actually Diamond.
I thought that was his stage name.
That's
Well,
that's
it's
his,
No,
he
that's
uses his real
delicious.
name on
Douglas
stage,
is his
Hillbilly.
stage name.
His OnlyFans ID on stage. I got you.
Hell yeah.
All right, Chad. How'd you get into gaming?
I inadvertently started, I guess, on PC. I mean, way back in the day. I'm talking DOS system PC with, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge. If you haven't heard of it, Google it.
Heard of it.
Awesome game for its time. I do remember that it wasn't that much fun for me to play because literally the computer I had didn't have a speaker, so it had I don't know the technical term of it, but it wasn't like a stereo speaker. It just made
Made
like
noise.
ticks. It just made like ticks and buzzes and stuff like that, like computer noises. And so all the sound from the game came from that. And it sounded god awful. But that I still like. I would play for hours on that thing. Got away from that for a little bit, and I have an older brother. He and I went through the usual path, the regular Nintendo, where that's what taught me how to play harmonica, and went from that
What?
to a Super Nintendo. Chuckles, have you ever had a regular Nintendo?
No.
Has anybody here had a regular Nintendo that could?
Yes.
You used to blow.
You gotta
in
blow
the-
stomps. Fold
Oh,
up
you did
paper.
that in the 64.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
used to actually lick the strip inside. for
Yep.
some
Get the
reason.
dust
And
off
you-
of it.
Blow on
And
it,
after a
and
while,
then
you
check
literally
it.
had to wedge shit in it because the regular Nintendo,
Yes.
you put the cartridge
Push it
in it, you
down.
pushed it down, but after a while, that catch would break, and it would not stay down. So I literally had butter knives and shit like
Yeah.
stuck up in there. I don't know how I didn't electrocute myself, but yeah, went from that, and then first system I had for myself was a Sega Genesis, a 16-bit, and I used to play Road Rash on that thing all the time. I don't know if you guys remember Road Rash, where you're on the motorcycle, you have to run from the cops, and you take like
Yep.
either chains or a club and beat the shit out of everybody who's around you.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And
So GTA before GTA.
sort of, yeah, just without ever getting off the bike. And from that went to the first like big time console I had was actually the original Xbox, which I did enjoy. I played a lot of games on that, but I stayed at a friend's house one time who had a PS2, and I played God of War, which these
Game over.
guys all know how I feel about God of War. It's my
Hell
favorite game franchise of all time, and will remain to be so. So I got hooked on that immediately, and I was like, all right, it's PlayStation or die for me from here on out. Since then, I had a PS2, a PS3, a PS4, and now I'm on my second PS5. So
What the fuck?
yeah, well, there's a story behind that. But
This is a podcast.
yep. And after that, with outside of the console thing, I got back into PC with iRacing itself. Back when the world ended in 2020, I was like, okay, I need something to do while I'm at home. First stimulus check was coming up, so I was like, I think I can build an iRacing rig out of this check, which I didn't even come close, but I still put more money into it. And found these assholes from the Facebook message, and then got more into the PC games last year when if you guys listened to the first episode, you heard me mention a foot injury I had last year. Since I couldn't race because of my foot injury, I kind of reached out to Juggles and was like, "Hey, I've been watching horror game streams and they're fucking hilarious." And I kept sending him clips, and he's like, "Fuck yeah, let's do this!" And then we jumped on after a race one night to play a game we play a lot called Devour. And
Fuck Anna.
Josh doesn't like Devour. And Dave,
Fuck Anna.
what I really wasn't expecting is that Dave jumps on and he's like, "Oh, stream it. I'll watch." And like he immediately like jumped in with both feet, and then brought Hillbilly with him promptly. Johnny has yet to play a horror game with us. He just likes to watch us soil ourselves as we play them.
He did play the Forest.
You know, you're right. You're right. We played the Forest for a while with another buddy of ours, J Hub, Jim Hubble, shout out.
I
And
don't remember his card number.
51.
Oh,
But yeah, so J Hub jumped in and played that with us. J Hub's a big gamer too. We'll have to have him on here too. Dave, you good?
I'm just counting. I had to count to 5.
Dave's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey man,
As
it'll
I
take me a while
as
to
I
get to 51.
as I fucking whack my mic and probably just destroyed everyone's eardrums out.
Yeah, but like I got like for my it's truly out of my boredom because while my foot was broken, I couldn't work until I got the job I have now, and I got to watching a lot of streamers and stuff like that. They were doing horror games and just kept sending these guys, kept bothering the shit out of these guys, sending them new games that I wanted to play, and I still do that. Um, and it's turned into some hilarious streams that Dave has on his channel now. Most recently uh, of Juggles and Dave and myself and another friend of ours, Christian. Shout out Christian.
you want to go ahead and shout out the or plug the stream names so that people know how to go watch this guy?
Yeah, so you can find our streams. I say our streams, but it's really okay.
David.
Juggles' girlfriend just took the shout out quite literally. So
I mean,
you can see our streams. It's usually either being streamed by Dave, who is D Lorfano on Twitch, which is DLORFANO. For those of you who don't know how to
try to put
spell,
some links to.
yeah, we'll put some graphics up with the Twitch names. Hillbilly is Hillbilly_Stomp also on Twitch. They both usually stream all of our content on there. I'm going to end up streaming more at one point. Right now, my PC is not in a position to handle that. Juggles will occasionally stream as well. He is Juggles88 on Twitch. Is that correct? He doesn't know.
I think so. I can look really quick.
This man has to check his own Twitch handle.
Oh,
I don't use it often enough for that to matter.
I don't
did
stream
just
enough
create,
either. I have one.
Just
I didn't
created
even know Juggles had
Mule
one, to be
Barn.
honest. But yeah, our streams go up on Twitch. Your best bet is probably Hillbilly or Dave at this point until the rest of us kind of catch up. But yeah, it's there's definitely some hilarity that ensues. Like I don't think any of us actually enjoy the horror games as much as we just enjoy listening to everybody else around us
Shit
getting the
comes out
shit
of
scared out of
everyone's
us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So, and I did just create the YouTube page, the Mule Barn on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've got a few clips up already.
Yep.
Are you gonna put them in like a clip folder?
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
I'll try to get some links out.
yeah, we'll link them in the description.
Yeah, if I can.
Waited
figure
my
that
whole
out.
life to say that sentence.
Uh,
I feel like a real content creator now.
So
Content.
Chad got into iRacing 2020.
Yep.
And so Juggles, how did you get into gaming and all this fun, happy, horrible stuff?
So, the earliest racing game that I can remember would be between Jet Moto and NASCAR 2000. And the first console that I personally had was a PlayStation 1, an original PlayStation. Just
I had one of those.
and not the weird little round one, the fucking gray one, the
old school one.
rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was great. I loved it growing up having that, and the extent of like NASCAR related things. I got woken up at like 11 o'clock at night by my dad to play NASCAR 2000. He was like, "Let's play the game. Let's go." I was like, "All right, cool." So I was up for
Dad
another.
win.
I was up for another
Yeah.
like 3 hours on NASCAR 2000 with my dad, just playing it. It was entertaining at the time. I've had access though to just about every console around that time period because a friend of mine down the street had a 64. Another friend of mine down the street and on the other side of the street had a Sega Genesis. Yeah. And then I think at the time those were the three major consoles. My next console after that was an Xbox, the first generation Xbox. Then I had a 360. And in between that, we randomly purchased a PS2. I purchased my Xbox One, and since then, I've come into possession of another PlayStation, another PS2, an N64, a Nintendo Switch, a Nintendo DS, a Nintendo 2DS, 3 PSPs. I have my computer, which is sitting over here, and I've played like an Atari 2600. Because my dad has all of those old consoles, like the Atari. I want to say the 2600 and there was another older one that I don't remember the name of. It had like a big keyboard. I don't know.
I don't recall
Playing
that
some
one.
of those older classic games are fun, even on like the old like Atari systems. They were just entertaining to play. My grandfather has the smaller Atari that had like wizards or something. It's like you're flying on a flamingo fighting things.
So you know those are the type of consoles that you put the cartridge down the top of, and then you take
Yeah.
the top of your hand with the fist and you pound the top of it. Yeah, until it finally works.
There was a console way back. I say way back. That's much older than I am. That took big ass floppy disks. I don't remember what it was.
I think that was a computer.
No. This was it was like an Atari branded or some type of Atari brand. It took me like
Remember Laserdisc?
big fucking
DVD
floppy
before
disk.
DVD.
He's talking about the original floppy disk, not the little
it's
one
like a
that
big-
that's now not the little one that's now the picture of every save button on every computer program. I'm talking about the big discs that actually were floppy. Like you
Yeah.
can sit there and wave them like a piece of plastic.
Mhm.
Like back like Oregon Trail shit.
Yeah, I've also been reminded. I have a Nintendo Wii, and if you look it up, it's called a Pandora 9. It's like a self-contained arcade machine that you connect to your TV.
That's the one with the
have a
keyboard
yard
you were
sale.
talking about?
Huh?
That's the one with the keyboard you were talking about?
No. That one has 2 like arcade sticks on it. It's like an arcade
Yeah.
setup.
Oh, okay.
on-
Yeah, I think
for-
I've seen that one. I think I know what you
Now,
mean.
Juggles, do you have any of these older consoles still? You still have them?
I don't have them. They're with my dad.
I was gonna
He
say because
lives,
there's some money in old consoles now.
Oh yeah.
I still have my 64.
I mean, there's
Well,
Richmond
never-
trip
it
type
works,
money.
but I still have it.
Oh yeah. No. Growing up, I never had a 64. I had the PlayStation.
Richmond money.
I still have my
But
original Sega Genesis that I mentioned. I still have that.
Mhm.
hell yeah.
Hey, you guys
I
want me
know-
to share a quick? I'll go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know as far as PC related stuff, I ended up building my first computer 2015, 2016. It was budget could be for like $500, and that got me into iRacing. And I've just kind of been stuck in iRacing ever since, but I also like to try other sim racing titles. So racing is the thing.
Mhm.
You can probably say that for all of us. I think racing's pretty close to the top for every one of us, even though we do. Some of us, more lately than others, would like to dabble a little more in the other genres, like the horror games and sports games, and like Hillbilly said, first person shooters, which I am fucking terrible at. So you'll almost never catch me playing a shooter. But yeah, man, I'm big on the horror games and the RPGs, like I said, like God of War and things like that. So
Yeah.
The only type of games that I hate are those super grindy, you have to do the same task 75,000 times to accomplish the goal type of games. Other than that, I'll play just about anything. I've never really been into Final Fantasy, though. If that ever gets thought of, it's just not a game I've felt like worrying about.
Well,
never liked- go ahead, LA.
Did any of you guys ever play World of Warcraft?
Never got
My
into
uncle
it.
did.
No.
And
Never
he
could
gave
do
it
Me
to me.
either. I mean, I know a lot of people got
Oh.
addicted to it and would never leave the house, quit their jobs, all kinds of crazy shit playing it. So, yeah, it tends to take people over. But
No,
I
I've had some Leroy Jenkins moments in horror games that we've played together, but I've never played World of Warcraft.
No, I
Let
never.
me.
I've played World of Warcraft. I got into RuneScape.
I've heard of that, but I've never seen it.
Offshoot of the game. It's the best way I can describe it is just like a budget, cheap version of World of Warcraft. It's essentially, it's roughly the same thing, but different level of quality and cheaper to kind of get into. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to pay the premium of World of Warcraft membership. It was like a $5 membership.
All right,
So,
David.
What were you gonna show?
Well, no, I've got a quick clip if we want to go ahead and try it and see if it works. Of one of our horror
Yeah.
games. This game is it's pretty
Actually,
scary.
hold on to that, Hillbilly. Hold on to
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, sure.
We'll come back to that in
Okay.
a minute. So I guess I'll finish this one off here.
Yeah.
I started.
Oh, I thought you.
Geez, I think I started with a Nintendo. To be honest, back
The original
that's what I started
Nintendo,
with, but I do remember. Yeah,
Super Nintendo, or
no, just a regular whatever it was.
was there a Super Nintendo? Wasn't Super Nintendo first, and there was like a Nintendo, and then the 64?
No,
No,
Nintendo was
Nintendo,
first.
Nintendo was the first one.
Super
Nintendo and Super Nintendo, then
64.
then it was 64.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I do remember when we got our first PC at home. It was probably in the early mid '90s, maybe.
Same here.
I don't know how. I was maybe 10, 11 years old. It was a gateway computer, and we had the dial-up internet. If anyone remember dial-up, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So it would,
AOL Instant Messenger.
yeah, and anytime you
Hopefully
get on the
nobody-
internet,
mail.
Don't make a phone call.
anytime you get on the internet, no one could use the phone; it would
Mhm.
disconnect you.
Mom,
So,
get off the phone.
Yeah, but I remember on the PC there was a game called, was it Spelling Jungle? It was like a little, you spelled
Okay.
words, but you had to go through a little forest to
We do
find
not
the
stand
letters.
educational
It was-
games here.
Yeah, it was. That's
Hey, I used to play
my-
Jumpstart games growing up. You leave me alone. They didn't
That
help
was-
me at all, but
that was my.
I didn't pay any attention to them.
Yeah, that was.
They
my
didn't do
first
shit, but they were
introduction to-
fun.
That was my first introduction to, PC. But
Uh-oh,
then after
he's in
that, it
trouble.
was kind of went to the N64, Sega Genesis. I think the Sega Genesis, there was a golf game on there that I liked to play too. It was like, maybe it was, I don't remember what it was, but
Like
I
Arnold
spent
Palmer or
hours.
something back then.
Yeah, spent hours doing that, and then never really got into the PlayStations much. I think first PlayStation I had was probably PS3, and then I had a PS4. Never really cared for PlayStation, and I went to Xbox, and that's when I got into first time getting into like online co-op type stuff. I played GTA, and that was recent. That was probably back in 2016, 17 when I started doing that. Up until then, I just always played by my, whatever. So never got into the online. So did GTA 5 for a while, and then around 2019, I've been around racing my whole life, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm gonna try this iRacing thing, and went out, bought a $300 PC, played it on my TV. My first thing, I sat on the edge of my bed, had my wheel clamped to a TV tray with pedals on the floor that wouldn't stay put where I wanted them. So, and I remember going on there, I won like 5 or 6 Legends races. With that setup, it was a Thrustmaster T80 or whatever it was. It just had like an elastic band. There was no force feedback or nothing. So, and
We
then
figure out how to put it up. We should all put up one of these times what our initial rig looked like if we have it.
I'm sitting in my initial rig, so
yeah, that's when I got into the PC thing, iRacing, and then all this stuff just led to like you said, doing the horror games. That's one of my favorite things to do. Love streaming that stuff by myself sometimes, just because.
All right, so Dave, I got to interrupt you. You say you love it. You love streaming horror games, yet the title to every single stream that you put up is I don't like this.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the rush of it. Like I sometimes it's weird. I like being scared like that. The thrill, I guess, is more than anything. But yeah, I don't like it necessarily.
I've had people ask me, be like, man, why do you enjoy horror games? Like, it seems terrible. And I'm like, it's not even the horror factor or the game itself. It's honestly just the reactions of us, like, going through the game and shit like that, are just like the impending doom and everything like that. Like, I laugh at myself, like, through Sign of Silence, where I'm going through it, I'm like,
I like it. I like it after it scares me.
Mm-hmm.
It's that anticipation that really gets under my skin, gets me worked up, and then the jump scare happens, and then you're like relieved a bit, because you're dead.
I will tell you,
else is out there waiting to get killed.
I will tell you right now, when we played Devour the other night,
that one was pretty.
Oh my god, that was.
I literally had to catch my breath when we were done.
The video clip I have for that one's called "Don't Ever Do That Again." So,
I mean, Yeah, that if you want to, you can play that now, Hillbilly, if you want. This is a game called
Devour.
Devour.
All right, we're gonna see.
One of our
We've never done
go-tos.
this before, but we're gonna give it a shot
I
here.
love that I'm in this clip. I'm in this clip, but I'm kind of not in this clip because I'm already dead. I'm already dead and just waiting for these guys to revive me in there.
Gonna work?
Let's see if
See
it
if this
comes up
works.
here.
Please be patient.
Thinking.
Hold, please.
Oh,
Ah,
here it
Yeah,
goes.
right. All right, gonna press play and let's see what happens. I don't know if you guys will have audio or not, but
let's
Is
hope
this
so.
from my angle or yours?
this is yours. This is the one you
Okay.
uploaded.
This is my angle of what happened. I don't know if there's any audio though.
I hope so.
Was not.
There's no audio.
Ah,
Oh, y'all
Nope,
can't hear the
I'm
audio
done.
because I
No.
can hear it.
There's no audio here.
Well, I'll post a link to some
Yeah.
of these.
What you guys didn't
Yeah,
to
hear.
the YouTube page.
What you guys didn't hear is that Dave was going into the vent to escape certain death and got the bejesus scared out of him. Look, you can see the little white outline in the distance. That was me dead. And Dave literally got the bejesus scared out of him when he turned the corner and there was Hillbilly right in his face. And it was the largest scare either one of them had that entire level that night. So
yeah, it was brutal.
So that kind of leads into the next one here. What is your everyone's favorite genre to play like right now? What do you enjoy playing the most? What type of games? We'll start with Josh.
I think I got touched on it right now. Yeah, the golf.
And napping.
just golf or sports games in general?
Just golf. I don't like the Maddens or anything. I want to try the MLB, the show.
MLB the show's not bad. I
off
just
of-
haven't put a lot of time into it.
I go off of sports that I actually care about and follow. NFL, I don't like. Basketball, I don't really care for.
Well, Juggles has clued me in on the fact that you rather enjoy playing the NCAA football games.
No, we're not going to that.
Story time.
The dumbest. No. At some point, we'll if I can figure it out, I'll find the
Call
bot
that-
sport of it.
We'll call that the
Stupid
no punting league.
Yeah. Beat somebody, you have double the yards of them and everything, and they still beat you because they go for 6 fourth down conversions and 4 2-point conversions.
So, long story short, guys, Josh is upset with Juggles because Juggles.
I'm not
beat
upset
him.
with Juggles.
No, not me.
Oh, was it you?
Alex.
Was it? Okay. Well, the
Okay,
guy.
so-
all right, so
Did it.
he played the game better than you.
Juggles
all
girlfriend
I'm
played it
hearing.
better.
Is all I'm hearing. If he
And
went,
maybe
if he
part of
went,
I play the game like I'm playing in real life, and that maybe that's not the right way to do it.
play the game to win. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
turn.
kinda
I'm gonna turn
what
into
games
Herm
are
Edwards
about.
on you. You play to win.
Look, if you could do a sweep in Mortal Kombat, you do the sweep in Mortal Kombat. I mean, That's
Exactly.
just the way it is.
That's you hit the
The
same
uppercut.
button.
Anyway, it was NCAA. What was it? 13,
I think that
Or
was
14,
14 was the last one they made.
14?
Yeah.
I think it was
'Cause
13.
we did.
Because
It was-
Carlos Hyde was the running back for Ohio State, which I'm from Ohio.
He was on the cover.
And Hyde was the running back, and I could plow over anybody with Carlos Hyde. I think I had like 300 some rushing yards with Hyde in that game.
Should have used him on fourth down. I don't know what to tell you.
I didn't have that many fourth downs. It just I think I
Should have put him
I
in
think
on defense.
I think I had 3 or 4 interceptions in the first half against this guy, and then in the second half when we decided to go for all the fourth down conversions and the 2-point conversions, like this.
What player
Anyway, I
was it
ended up
again?
losing by a field goal.
What player
The
was
one
it
that I
again?
was good with,
Yeah.
Carlos Hyde.
Carlos Hyde steps back for the pass. Carlos Hyde throws the ball. Carlos
Running
Hyde caught the ball. Touchdown, Carlos Hyde.
pulling a Marcus Mariota. Still the only guy I've ever seen to throw a touchdown pass to himself, and it's still
Hey.
impressive. I don't care.
Do what you got to do. But yeah, no, that
So
I don't
so
play those games
back to
anymore.
the deal is you like golf, right?
I like golf. Yep, and we went over that last week. I golf in real life, so that's one of my favorite things.
Is that
to
what
do.
you call it?
Now that you bring that up, Josh, I have a non-game video game golf question for you.
Okay.
I bought a pair of golf shorts yesterday, a pair of Under Armour golf shorts,
What the fuck?
just because I needed a nice pair of shorts, and they were really light and
I'm
comfortable.
already confused by this. Okay.
Why are the pockets stitch closed?
Because you bought women's?
They were men's. No, they were men's. They were absolutely
Oh.
men's.
Oh, oh,
Okay.
that's
Never
That's
bought
a
a
hot-
pair of
that's-
golf shorts that have the
They're
pockets.
absolutely men's with the back pocket, like the side pockets are open, but the back pockets are there. They have pockets in them, but just the top, they're stitched like 3/4 of the way shut on
Hey,
top.
do the
I don't
back
have-
do the back pockets have like designs stitched into them?
No, it's literally just
Are you sure?
yeah, it's literally
don't-
just it's
I don't have
like a
pants where
stitch
I have
about that
one.
long on top of
Bedazzled?
it. I tried them on when I got home because there was no fitting room, so I was like, all right, I'll take them back if they don't fit. And like I went to put my wallet in the back pocket, and I was like, what the fuck? And look, and like they're literally stitched shut. I'm like, what the hell is this? Is this a golf thing?
I don't know what that. No, it's. Everybody has clothes that they wear. Like you find a brand that fits you, and you
Yeah.
continue to buy that.
These
Like,
are
for
Under
golf,
Armour.
With me, yeah. Well, with me in golf, the shirts I wear are Under Armour polos. All my pants and shorts are Adidas.
Where the
And
pockets
the pockets are deep enough I can fit. I mean, I've got a full size wallet like that big that had put my checkbook and everything in, and it fits in those. But it's not stitched clothes or anything.
You old mother.
Chad, were the pockets on yours, were they 3 tampons wide?
Probably about 4 to 5, maybe. Sorry, I couldn't help it when you said pocket stitch.
I apologize.
Women's fucking clothing.
I just want to apologize to the
Pockets
viewers
don't work.
because Hillbilly's sense of humor is stuck back in the 50s where he graduated high school. So
50
I
points.
assure you, he actually thinks these jokes are funny.
Somebody gets points. 15 points for Chad. Oh, nowhere. Nobody else has gotten any points.
No, like it was the strangest damn thing. I was like, why in the hell would they stitch? I don't know if I got a pair that somebody like fucked
I
up
feel like
on.
I should get a bunch of points for because you bought women's shorts.
If you see this on YouTube and you
could
know
be
the
here.
answer,
That was pretty
please leave
good.
it in the
That was
comments
pretty good.
below.
Hell
Will
yeah.
you like and subscribe?
Yeah. Somebody,
The Mule Bar?
Hell yeah.
I don't know on the Under Armour because I don't wear Under Armour shorts, but that's a weird one.
yeah, I don't know. I was like, maybe this is a golf thing. I need to ask Josh.
Can you like cut them?
I mean, I
Is it like
could, but like, I guess I
Stitches that you
could.
can cut and there are actual pockets there.
Yeah, like there actually are pockets. Like it's got the, just like your side
I don't know,
pockets on the
maybe something
inside.
maybe something for shipping or something. I don't.
know. It just
Or
seems
the-
like it's not like one little stitch holding it together. Like it's a stitch that's like that wide.
Yeah.
I should show this camera, but it's weird. I'm trying to show you where the pain is, where your picture is, instead of looking
See,
at the
you're-
camera.
Again, we're doing this again. You're straight below me. I'm in the top left, and you're straight below me. So this is all screwed up again.
See, and that's why I'm in the top left and you're below me. So I'm sitting there looking over here, trying to have a conversation with you.
All right, so before we get too off track, Hillbilly,
Yes.
what do you like to play for video games?
Oh man, these days it's horror games. I'm playing on my own. I'm playing The Last of Us. I played it on
Great
PlayStation
game.
4. Now I'm playing it on the PC. On PlayStation 4, I'm still playing The Last of Us Part 2. But it's absolutely terrifying game. Leave you hearing clickers while you're laying in bed trying to get to sleep. It is an amazing, amazing game. It's well worth the money spent on Steam to play that one. But yeah, I dig doing the horror with you guys. Now iRacing, I really don't. I don't look at our iRacing too much as a game as much as I do a sport for us. Even though it's online, it is on the computer. It's still we treat it very serious. So I really don't count that. But I enjoy doing that as well. So, but no, it's horror games, man. First person shooters I get on every now and then. I like to play the golf, but it's the horror games that get my blood pumping.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you on that. And I will say to the viewers, if you don't want spoilers for season 2 of the show of The Last of Us, do not play The Last of Us 2 until after you
Right.
watch the show, because
Yeah.
the storylines are very
Or-
similar.
Right.
All right, so
And
Juggles.
one followed along very well as well. It's a good show.
Very good show.
Yeah.
Well done.
So Juggles, Are
Ah,
you with us? Ah.
He's been over there
here.
cussing at his woman for the last 10 minutes. We can hear everything you say,
No,
by the
she's
way.
playing
You can turn your
Mario
mic
Party
off
on the
that time.
Switch, and there are mini games she is not good at. So I do them most of the time.
Oh,
So
How's your
you can
kids?
hear her excitement in the background.
Juggles.
at this particular moment, Juggles, what's your favorite type of game to play besides iRacing? What do you like? To
Besides sim racing,
Shut
total.
the fuck up.
That's his favorite game.
Uh,
Okay, yeah.
Pardon us for a minute. Well, we get our ducks in a row here.
So
Listen, Linda.
this might sound odd, but if I'm honest, my favorite like genre of video game for the longest has been fighting games. And it's not even racing games. Racing games are just the most. I don't want to say accessible because fighting games are also accessible, but the most, I guess, involved would be a good way to say that. So
More immersive.
yeah, like iRacing, R Factor 2, Race Room, Assetto Corsa, all of them are. I enjoy playing all of them. Some of them I play more than others. Obviously, iRacing, but the friend group that I had growing up, we played a lot of fighting games, and that's still been one of my favorite genres of games.
You do UFC and stuff like that.
No, not even UFC. Like UFC's cool.
UFC
but
games are impossible to play, though.
You can
They're
get good at it.
they're so hard to play.
Yeah, sometimes. No, games like the Tekken series or Soul Calibur series were the two that I grew up that I was like, those are great. I'm bad at Mortal Kombat. I still play it, but I'm bad.
Yeah. Rated.
So just like the 2D 1v1 games,
Finish him.
like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and all that kind of
I'm
stuff.
horrible at Street Fighter. Horrible at Mortal Kombat.
I used
The
to love
Tekken
Street
and
Fighter.
Soul Calibur, like the 3D big. I say big, like circle map where you can move around the map, like in almost all directions, was what I got really big into. Yeah, exactly. And then like I guess a close second to that would be the racing games, just because there are so many different varieties of them. Yeah, fighting games definitely.
All right,
Nice.
that's a new one. That's different. Johnny. Besides iRacing,
Oh, this will be quick.
That's about it.
It's about,
Nailed it.
that's about it.
well, we know he doesn't
That's
play
that
console
small,
because he
folks.
don't have a controller. So,
Bye, Juggles.
all right,
There he is. He's
Johnny
back.
plays
Juggles.
iRacing.
See,
Chad, what's your favorite at the moment?
My favorite at the moment is probably the horror games, the horror stuff. Took a little break from it. We've been, as you guys know, I mean, we've been playing more of it here lately. Like I'll kind of co-sign on what Hillbilly said. Like we're not, crazy and under any illusions that we're actually race car drivers when it comes to iRacing. We know that we're playing a
Bullshit!
game.
I'm a professional.
Well,
No, you did that one.
oh, man.
but, I mean, you got to
Well,
be careful
you want-
saying
well,
saying that because the iRacing champion that gets crowned every year for the Coca-Cola iRacing series takes home $100,000 plus the whole year's worth of race winnings that they earned, and
Oh yeah, that
a NASCAR championship ring. So I mean, that's could
well
be a career
that
if
one
not
yes,
good
but
at
that's
it.
also
But we're not there.
that is those guys are actually in fact and literally professional race car drivers.
They are.
They said they're racing in a virtual race car, but they are professionals. They are
Yes.
employed by teams to do so.
Well,
We're-
I think the moment we started getting paid for a sponsorship, you kind of become professional at some point, right?
Well, some of us got started getting paid. I just started putting names on my
Okay.
car, but
Join the club.
but yeah, like that's something like that. The way I've always approached the iRacing thing is just it's no fun if you don't take it seriously. It's also no fun if you take it too seriously. So it's a balance you've got to find where, like, I mean, all of us here, like in our, some, maybe not currently, but all at some point in time since we've joined the league, like we put in time to practice for races. Dave and I battled it. Dave and Johnny battled it out for a championship right down to the wire my first year in the league. Dave and Hillbilly battled it out down to the wire last year for the championship, and the year before, I think. Josh and
years.
Juggles have yet to compete for one.
I was in the Final Four, asshole.
Yeah, you and Juggles were
With
because
you.
hey,
With you.
That's
can we
true.
bring that back up again, Dave?
No, let's not. Let's
Where did
move
we
forward.
finish, Chad? Behind the other two.
Yeah,
I don't know,
it's
I don't
because
know
I
who you
didn't.
guys
It's
were.
because I didn't pit on that caution. I was like, I'm
Neither
gonna.
did
I was like,
I.
I'm gonna stay out and try to buy my time, and there's gonna be another caution, and it went caution free to the end, and I got screwed.
My only shot
But-
ever of probably winning a championship out the window at Chicagoland. For me.
Honestly,
I was
And-
runner up 3 years in a row.
I will
and
say-
that
was
was
like,
my doing. I will
"Argh."
admit it. That was my doing. But
I will say, I owe a
Always the
share.
bridesmaid.
I owe a share of my Xfinity championship to Joshua because he was so
Who'd he wreck?
bad on an Indy.
oh god, I spun myself.
He
at
spun himself
freaking Indy.
out, and with like 10 laps to go, that gave me the opportunity to pit and catch up and get a couple more positions, and then end up beating Dave by what, 2 points, Dave?
Yeah.
Because Dave
point.
we
I
conveniently
was so
ended up
bad
we
at that.
conveniently ended
Still
up
am.
at Dave's favorite racetrack to finish the season.
Nashville?
Imagine how that works.
Fucking auto.
You
Where
own the
he's-
league and make the schedule. He's
No,
the
it wasn't
last
Auto Pro.
place.
Super Speedway.
It was Indy.
Oh, that was his favorite. Yeah, he's beat me at Indy before too, coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, I
on
remember
last
that.
lap.
All right, my favorite indie moment is I show up with like maybe 10 minutes of practice, throw down the fastest lap, and the next thing I hear, I'm just not gonna fucking practice anymore. In the Xfinity cars,
Yeah, but how'd that work for you? Did you not self-spin off of 4 and wreck into the infield wall, and even my slow ass beat you?
we don't need to talk about that. I didn't
So-
self spin. I just spun. It
So,
wasn't intentional. I feel like self spin puts some degree of intent on it.
Dave, what are your
Right,
what's your
no,
favorite
right
genre
now-
these days?
at this moment, it's got to be horror. I think it's right now my favorite game to play is Sign of Silence. Right now,
You're welcome.
Pretty
Uh,
wicked.
only
Yeah, it's
for the
pretty
fact
wicked.
that it's not only is it terrifying,
It really
there's
is.
also some strategy involved.
Hey, wait, am I the only one in the
I
room
like
who's
that
escaped
aspect.
it twice?
I think so. Well, I mean,
You left us to
You
die.
guys-
yeah.
I just stepped inside the block.
Well,
Stay
all
there
right,
long
Dave.
enough.
Dave, you've got to take some responsibility for that one because we got to the top of the radio tower and you just started chucking flares like it was your job for no reason, and then we realized we had to get past the bad guy to get to the
I-
fucking helicopter,
I mean,
and we had no
yeah,
flares left. So,
That's my bad. That's my bad.
and then Hillbilly gets on the fucking helicopter and just pieces out while me and Dave are getting killed by this fucking guy.
I didn't know what I was
Well-
doing. I was just staying on the inside of the square because the timer wasn't going down.
I figured the helicopter would fly over and we climb a rope and fucking escape. I never thought I'd have to climb back down and go deal with that crazy bitch
Right.
that's trying to kill us.
Fucking wizard.
That we had to sneak past. So it was a
That's
learning
my
curve.
bad. I was sending a
Learning
tweet.
curve.
Yeah, hey, I'm surprised he didn't say that. That's Dave's tagline.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
But
sending a
right
tweet.
now, yes. Yeah. But yeah, right now that's probably my favorite game.
All right. I'd like to propose a topic, Dave, if I may.
Sure.
All right, so back to the iRacing thing.
Uh-oh.
We have all had races plucked from our grasp at the last second. What is your
Really, Chad?
Most
Really,
heartbreaking-
you wanna go down this road.
most heartbreaking
Most
loss
heartbreaking-
in iRacing?
I
Chad,
have-
are you sure you want to do this one, Chad?
Do I really do? Can I?
You and me are talking about the same race, Josh. So
Can I talk about multiple?
yeah, we can
Yeah, I
talk
have
about
so
multiple.
many.
One,
I have
you know?
so many.
One.
Just
Just
try to
one.
try to
One.
figure out the worst. But if you want to talk about more than one, that's fine.
The worst one. That's a toss up. I'm looking
Is
at
that the
I got
truck
two of
series?
these assholes right here in the center of my screen.
Who's in the
I
center of your
think-
screen? I don't know.
I think
I totally brought this up to
No,
to single
No,
out
one of
Hillbilly,
them's
by
your
the way.
teammate.
I don't believe the Josh incident cost me a championship, did it?
Oh no.
Wait, what was the Josh incident?
At Indy.
Josh,
Chad went in with a huge. I think it actually almost worked out to your advantage more than Chad.
If that caution had not happened, he would have won the championship.
Would it?
Because I had fucked up my right rear quarter panel, so I had literally no security driving into the turn. So I was so slow, and I was running. I think I was actually running last, and I ended up getting two guys on the.
There's no way you were running last. I was.
Well, maybe I wasn't running last, but I was. I
was way
ended
back
up.
there.
I ended up passing. I remember I ended up passing three people on the restart, and Dave was like, "You beat me by 2 points."
Mhm.
I didn't even know I was racing him. I thought I was still racing
I mean,
Johnny.
I think the biggest iRacing one that aggravated me more than anything, and Josh remembers this, we were running Gateway.
Oh, come
Josh,
on. Yes, it was
Gateway. I led the entire race.
That's a good topic.
I had about a
Thank you.
14-second lead at one point. The caution comes out. I take off again, get another caution, come to the restart. Now, part of it's on me. I fucked up. I restarted in third instead of second. Gave the lead to you-know-who, Mr. Kyle Martin.
Kyle Martin.
Who at that particular time was not a very well-liked person within the league.
Him and Johnny were good buddies. They still get lunch every once in a while.
So Kyle
This is
takes,
sad.
yeah. So
Kyle,
Kyle takes the lead from me. Caution comes back out. I said, okay, it's my shot. I knew I was the fastest truck there. We come around to the 2 to go, and all of a sudden the session ran out of time.
I
And
didn't
we
think it was
finished-
going to
we
take 2.5
finished-
fucking hours
we
to finish the
finished
race.
under-
Let him
we
finish,
finished under
Josh.
yellow. We finished under yellow, and Kyle Martin wins the race.
Once again, Josh won't let you finish.
Sorry.
That I think that's more.
That's more than what Hillbilly
That-
did to you
That
last
hurt
year.
my heart more than anything else that ever happened, because you know how most people felt about that particular driver at that time.
This is true.
So to clear up any confusion that our viewers may have here, in iRacing, when we do league races, administrator of the league or the owner of the league at that time sets up the session, and they have to set it up for a certain time allotment. So in this particular race, this was our truck series, which is run by none other than our own Joshua Hedrick. And
It's not anymore.
it's
was
not
at the
anymore,
time.
but it was at the time. And
Yes.
Josh kind of
Set up a
shorted
3-hour session.
and the race took
half-hour
much longer than we
practice.
thought it would. And so Dave, who would have had a chance to get back around Kyle and win that race, the session ran out of time and ended the race before he had a chance to get back up there. So basically, it's the iRacing version of a rain out.
I don't think I've ever been so pissed at myself and someone else at the same time as I was that night. So,
Yeah. You can't
yeah.
can't put that all on me.
I mean, so
You can't put
Yeah.
that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
So I was gonna, bring up some stories and stuff, but we are running low on time.
New
Ah,
Hampshire in the Gen 6 cars.
I thought it would be Richmond in the Gen 6 cars.
No, Johnny put me in a fucking wall.
At the line.
At the line, yeah. I wasn't getting past him in the first fucking place. I needed an extra lap.
And when he says,
No, it was-
guys, when he says that Johnny put him in the wall, I mean, Johnny was to his left, and Johnny's wheel was turned 90 degrees to the right. Like,
Yeah, it fucking was.
like
Richmond wasn't that bad. Richmond, I was fighting the car most of the night. So when I found a line I could use to move forward, I was like, oh, fucking cool. And just cautions felt right. No, New Hampshire, I qualified. I think there was 12 of us in the race, and I was like 10th or 9th.
took me out on the
All right.
second lap.
I didn't do shit. I don't remember what happened. Anyways.
Oh, he didn't do shit. Then he doesn't
No,
remember what
no,
happened.
No. I didn't hit you. You and I both got loose. You got more loose than I did, and nobody threw a caution.
I wouldn't have got loose if you hadn't been there. Your fault.
That was the
Bullshit.
race. That was the race in which you That was
I
the
drove
race
to
where
the front. Like,
you self spun from the lead a couple times too, right?
yes, I think I
Yeah.
spun
Yeah.
once or twice.
That
You
whole-
did it, and then somebody else did it from the lead as well. Because I was running third for a long time.
That whole race was basically you and McQuaid, if I remember correctly. And McQuaid ended up winning it.
I mean, I was fighting McQuaid most of the race, but I drove from the back of the group, but from the back of the field to the front. Like, I don't know how I did it. I was like, cool, I like this car here. And then there was like a late race caution that I think threw us into an overtime, and I just overcooked the corner entry into either 1 or 3 because I think Patrick had an extra lap of running, and I couldn't get back past him. That one,
feel like-
that hurt.
I have it up. I feel like I need to share this. Just so everybody can understand what.
Oh, I'm sure it's the
Talking about
picture
with
of me
Juggles.
turning him.
No, we haven't got to that
Okay.
one yet. This is Juggles and Johnny at Richmond.
Johnny is in the
By
double
that
zero,
much.
and Juggles is in the 79 for those watching.
Well, you can see how well iRacing's upgraded since this photo, though. That looks pretty
Yeah.
terrible.
No, that's just Johnny's car.
Oh, maybe so.
What happens when you hit everything in sight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk about good
Yep.
finishes on another podcast
Yeah,
there, and
so-
bad finishes. And
just an update since we're coming to a close here. I have been tallying some points. By the
Uh-oh.
way, you may not have known.
Being quiet about the points.
But today's jackass of the night.
Jackass.
It goes to Joshua.
Yeah.
oh, the upset. Oh,
I'm not sure that's an upset.
It really isn't.
So
I feel like
yeah,
that's.
so we'll get you a trophy or something.
Finally, I get a trophy.
It's about time he got a trophy for something.
I mean, he deserves something after all.
send
these
him a
years.
fart in a sandwich bag.
Oh, God.
I'm still waiting for a cookie from Johnny.
Send him a bronze donkey.
It's been 3 years. We still don't have a cookie.
So, boys, it's been fun. An hour goes awfully quick. So
I think people are gonna have to get over the length of them.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
try to tell her,
we'll
but she
try
didn't
to-
leave it.
So yeah, it's been fun. We'll do this again in a week. So you all have a good night.
Mhm.
Bye,
Yeah,
good, buddy.
folks.
Talk to you all you jackasses real soon.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Have a good night, fellas.